What's up, everyone? It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Daryl Glover. Happy Thursday. Super excited today because we're going to talk about a game-changing topic today, a game-changing magazine today. If you have love for eye care, if you have love for eyewear, sunwear, if you're a rep in eye care, as a matter of fact, if you're an optician, I have the right resource and tool for you to take your life, to take your profession, to take your personal life to the next level. Join me today as I dive deep in with ROWT. Yes, ROWT magazine with the one and only, my friends, Mickey Collins. Let's go. This is a Defocus Media production.
Audio Jungle.
What's up, everyone? It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Daryl Glover.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Lyerly, resident optometry nerd.
And welcome to Defocus Media, optometry's #1 podcast, where we discuss the hottest topics, latest technology, eyewear, practice management, and more. So sit back, relax, and defocus. What's up, everyone? It's your favorite optometrist. We are back, and we have a rock star, an all-star, an OG in eye care that has all the answers and a great experience, but most importantly, an amazing journey. Friends and family, I'd like to welcome my colleague, Mickey Collins. How are you doing today, Mickey?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Super excited. I was in patient care today. I got to save a lot of eyes, got to save a lot of lives. I'm on a high right now. This whole week has been fantastic. I got the opportunity to practice 3 days this week. Normally I'm in clinic 2 to 3, but this was my longer week. And it's just amazing to always help people with the most precious sets out there sight. And it's always a blessing to be able to connect, you know, the functional piece with the fashion piece, the medical with the retail, but most importantly, just change someone's life, right? And today I'm super excited because, you know, you have really changed lives over time with every step in your eye care journey. And I really want to touch on a resource that you have provided for all eye care professionals out there, regardless of what part of the industry they're in. But it's a resource that's going to elevate inside their practice, outside their practice, but really connect everyone together so we truly serve as one. But before we jump down that journey, before we go down that lane, you know we got to get to know who we're talking about, who we're talking to today. So if you don't mind, my friend, just sharing your background. Where are you from? Where you represent?
Yes. Well, you know, I'm a country girl at heart. That's what I like to tell everybody first. I live in Seattle, Washington, but I was born and raised in Charleston, West Virginia.
Okay.
Not Virginia, but West Virginia, for anybody that, you know, questions that. So before I get started, I really just want to preface this conversation with one thought, because I did not know this coming into my optical career of how big our industry really is. That is something that I have found out, and every step of the way has basically led me to where I am today. And once you're in optical, it's really hard to get out of that. So I'm here for the long haul. So with that being said, I am a mom of 2 boys. I'm a wife as well. I do have to give credit to my husband and my kids for kind of pushing me into the medical field, because I was a military spouse for many, many years. So being a military spouse means you have to find a job that you can move with, because at any given moment, it's time to go. So I got my start as a surgical technologist, and I assisted in cataract surgery for 2 years total, and really got started there because all of the senior staff wanted the really bloody, gory cases, and nobody wanted to sit in on cataract surgery. So I was the eyeball queen. And after that position, my husband got orders and we moved to Florida. So I decided I loved eyes so much, I wanted to get into an office, and I got into a multi-practice physician's office that did glaucoma. We did cataract surgery, we did corneal stuff. So got my start there as a certified ophthalmic assistant. And then we moved yet again to Seattle, Washington, where we are now in 2019. And that's when I took my journey to an optometry office.
Okay.
So I worked for a vision source clinic, and that's what really led me to my love of eyewear and fashion. I was always shopping. Like the first week I started, I was in the front. I was shopping every week, bringing home glasses. And I actually have my first pair of glasses that I ever bought. And it's amazing to look at how my style has evolved over the years. So that's what got me really interested in eyewear. From there, I started seeing the reps come in. I got to be more involved with them. We had this brand training, and I was just like, oh my gosh, rep life looks so amazing. So let me see what that's about. And then COVID hit. So I took a deep dive into what I needed to do to become a rep, because I had no idea. There's no resources out there to tell you how to become an eyewear rep. You have to literally network your way through and
Yeah.
talk to people and figure that out. So, long story short, I hopped on LinkedIn and I started messaging every rep I could find, every sales manager I could find, and started asking them the basic questions. What do I need to do to become a rep? What do you love about your job? What do you hate about your job? And I got my way into a independent eyewear company.
Okay.
From there, I repped in Washington and Oregon. From that position, I got in with another independent company and ended up launching an entire new line in the US with this company as their US sales manager, and hired a team of 13 reps to take along on the ride with me.
Oh, wow.
Now I've landed at Safilo in business development. So it's been quite the roller coaster journey.
Well, hey, it's been quite the roller coaster, but clearly you have made an impact. Clearly you have made a name for yourself. While you were explaining your journey and walking us through it, we are live right now for anyone that may be listening to this later on. When I tell you that this stream is lighting up with comments, nothing but love and support. I mean, we are on fire right now. We're going to shoot some of these. I mean, we have Heather Harrington shouting out that we love ROWT, right? We're going to talk about ROWT here shortly. We have the amazing Dr. Jennifer Chen saying, yay, Mickey. And I agree. Shout out to Dr. Chen, man. She's a rock star when it comes to anything eye care related, whether it's in the lane, outside of the exam lane, or whether it's rocking some eyewear. She is always fly and fresh, and I love her taste for eyewear. And then also we've had Carissa on the show as well. She's a rock star. Oh my goodness, you're talking about a wealth of knowledge. You got all the people that are the movers and shakers in eye care on here representing you today.
Well, let me just give a shout out to Carissa, because she helps me with ROWT on the website side, and she is kind of my go-to girl. So thank you.
She's fantastic. We had her on the show earlier this year, and just you're talking about a wealth of knowledge and being able to write papers. She has the juice. If you want to learn anything optician related, she's definitely go to. It's no doubt about it. Yeah. And then of course we can't leave out Rick, my guy. This guy has it going on. I know recently he released an article, I think, on your platform as well. He's stating, Mickey is darling today. ROWT and Mickey work so hard to improve this industry, and that is straight up facts. I mean, the list keeps going on. And I'm going to show the love, because you need your flowers. People love you, and they love what you're doing. Another comment, such a cheerleader for those around her. Your platform is a great resource. Thank you. Huge impact. Eyeball queen, and that's a hashtag eyeball queen. Shout out to another eyewear connoisseur, Dale Whitecross. Thank you for tuning in. And then Jennifer Rittenhouse. Thank you. Wow. I don't know what to say. Compliments. We're not even going to get to the information, right? But let's jump into it, right? You've done so much in eye care. You really helped build brands. You've helped to elevate brands. And recently, over the last, I guess you could share the amount of time, you created your own brand. And that brand, ROWT. And I want to know, why did you start this magazine? Why did you start this brand? And honestly, we could say it's more than a magazine and a brand. Why did you start this movement? Because movements attract people. And when you look at all the names and all the folks that are tuning in today, clearly you have started a movement. So why did you start this?
Well, ROWT started out of pure frustration. I was new coming in as a rep. I had this idea of in my brain that repping was going to be this glamorous thing where I'm coming in, I'm bringing people snacks, we're shopping eyewear. Like I've never seen the back end things before.
Right.
So on this day, I remember it so clearly. I had spent 6 hours driving to the middle of nowhere, Oregon, just to show up to an appointment that forgot to put me on their calendar.
No.
And then the appointment after that purchased 4 frames, but returned 3. And I was just devastated by
Wow.
this. So I was thinking on the way home, like, what can I do to better facilitate conversations and just have opticians understand what reps actually do?
Yeah.
And that not every rep walking into the door is being paid tons of money. Like there are 1099 reps that are paying for everything out of their pocket. But nobody was talking about these things. And like I said earlier, on my journey of trying to become a rep,
Yeah.
there were absolutely no resources. So I wanted to do something to bring the worlds together, but do it in a really positive, constructive way.
Nice.
So I took Instagram, I started as a rep on Instagram and I really marketed myself, kind of like real estate agents do. I wanted to get my face out there and have people recognize me when I walk through their doors cold calling so they're not running away and hiding. So I kind of used it selfishly in the beginning just to have a different talking point and to really get people to open their eyes. But to go back to Instagram, I had found an optician on Instagram that was so passionate about, the industry as well. And her and I clicked so well. We started talking about things. Her name is Chelsea Langton. You can check her out on her page on Instagram, which we can talk about later. But she kind of gassed me up and was like, yes, let's do it. So again, long story short,
I love it.
the original idea for ROWT was to do a video podcast. We really wanted to sit down, just her and I, have a drink, talk about these taboo topics that nobody was talking about in the industry, and just figure out how we can work better together. You can still see our first episode or two on YouTube somewhere. It's in there. But naturally, being ADHD, I kind of snowballed this project into something that was bigger. I am definitely a dreamer. And when I come to her about the magazine idea, I'm like, let's bring other people. I want to learn how other people are getting into offices and what they're doing and how I can do better at my job. So let's learn from them and give them a platform to talk about their stories. And that's kind of how ROWT started. So out of frustration.
I love it. And, that's very similar to what Dr. Jennifer Lyerly and I did with Defocus Media, right? When we came out of school, optometry wasn't in the best place. There was a lot of complaining and crying on different platforms and forums. And Jen and I was like, you know what? We love what we do. We love going every day in that exam lane and helping that patient, finding the right solutions, whether it's medical, retail, whatever aspect it may be. We love that. And we wanted to make sure that we found all the other eye care professionals that had that same love and passion. And we wanted to bring them on our podcast and share their journey and their stories as well. So that's why I'm super excited you're on the podcast today, because we align 200%, my friend. No doubt about it. But hey, before we go any further, again, folks are here. They just want to say things, right? They're speaking out. You're kind of like Beyonce in the Beehive. But I guess you got the ROWT hive. Is that what that is?
That's a new hashtag. Thank you for that.
But again, we have here opticians. Listen up. Reps are so important and generally want to make or help your business, not just make sales. And I think that's huge. That is huge. I've shared this story on this platform before, but I want to share it again. Reps are everything. My reps that come into my office, Long as they ain't crazy and acting too wild, we're on the same page, right? My Cooper Vision rep from many, many moons ago, I knew her before I went to optometry school, and I knew her when I graduated and started practicing. And she always took great care of me, always kept me in a loop when I was a technician and also when I was a doctor. She showed me the same love on both ends, right, of my career.
Mhm.
And as a result of that, I invited her to my wedding, and she came to my wedding. So when I tell you reps are powerful and you can have those intimate relationships and they're always going to make your life tremendously better, it's real. I'm living proof of it. So make sure that you really leverage those relationships. Tomorrow, when you go into your office and that rep comes in, whether it's a frame rep, a drug rep, a contact lens rep, a lens rep, sit down and have that conversation. Spending 2 to 5 minutes, you'll be amazed how much knowledge you can get and how much that can elevate your practice and make the team that surrounds you better as well. So I just want to give everyone a call out and a charge. And again, we got another one. Heather, literally, my goal, aiming to be different, is getting harder because there are so many amazing people in the industry right now thinking of innovative things. Amen to that, my friend. Now, I want to talk about the impact you made, right? Because I know there's been some impact. So I would love for you to maybe share, how you feel or what you've seen in regards to ROWT and the impact that you've made, because there's clearly been an impact because you see everyone on this stream this evening. So maybe you can share that or share some stories.
Yeah. So, if anything, ROWT has just opened so many doors to conversations that were not being had before. And that's the main thing. I want to inspire this new generation of salespeople that are coming in, this new generation of really passionate opticians that are coming in. I think that's so important. There's so many amazing people in our industry. Yourself, Dr. Harbier, you have Sheena Taff, you have all of these amazing people that we can learn from. And if we could just have that in our offices and when we go out on the road every single day, it's huge. It's huge for our industry. So not only that, but it also ROWT acts as a entry level platform for people in the industry that want to get started. They want to launch their career. They want to make their resume look better. It's a way for you to get your thoughts out and it be okay. And you can get published and you can have all of those things to put on your LinkedIn and look really amazing. So
I love it. And, I've played around on the website, and let's kind of give that website information. And also, maybe if you don't mind breaking down ROWT. I mean, I know you're from the country just like me, but representing all day, baby. But, when people hear ROWT, they might think ROUTE. ROWT for you is more ROWT. So if you don't mind breaking down what that stands for, and then also the website, that way folks can go to it right now and check it out.
Absolutely. So ROWT stands for Reps and Opticians Working Together. It's also a route into something different. So you can check us out. We are not on print right now. That is something that's kind of in the works that we may possibly go back to, but I really wanted to provide a free resource for everybody that was at your fingertips. So www.rowtmagazine.com is where you can find us. There's optician resources, there's rep resources. We try to update it every quarter. So there's a lot there to take in.
And also, I noticed that you have job positions or opportunities as well.
We do. Yeah. So that is something really exciting that we have started to dabble in. On our Instagram page is where we see the most action on that. So we have companies that will reach out to us and say, hey, can you make a job posting on your stories and tag us? And then, our audience is very specific to reps and opticians. So they're screenshotting, they're sending it to somebody they may know in that area.
Yeah.
We're really known for having that very niche audience, which is great.
Yeah. And again, that's rowtmagazine.com. www.rowtmagazine.com. Stop what you're doing outside of listening to this. Go look up that website, right? And learn and educate yourself and share it. And share it with your colleagues that's in your practice, because there are a lot of great articles that are in there. I was reading one not too long ago. As a matter of fact, I might have it pulled up on my screen here. And it was by a young man that actually has an interesting background. I was looking through his LinkedIn account. His name is Drew Wademan, and it looks like he was a pastor at one point in time. And then he jumped into the world of eye care. But he had some amazing tips, and I'd love to get him on the show at some point in time. But he had these tips at the end of his article that really was talking about the value of opticians and what they bring and how you should really understand your worth. And he had a couple tips I wanted to read out because I thought this was amazing. He has, did you raise frame sales by 15% this year? Good. Then ask for a 15% pay increase. Have you done the work to get rid of the lines that never sell? Did you bring in a couple lines that sell like crazy? Can you point to exactly how you've optimized the frame selection to increase your profits? These are things that you want to have conversations with your team members in your office, the owner in the office, the general manager, whoever it may be. That way, you're getting your worth, right? The last thing you want to do is bring value somewhere and not get your true worth. So it's very important to make sure that you understand what you're bringing to the table. And again, this is on ROWTmagazine.com. I'm just reading a couple lines. That's probably changed a lot of people's lives by just hearing that little bit of information. Hey, Mickey, I'm sorry. I know I'm talking more than I normally do, but the chat is popping. And I mean, they're literally saying that. LinkedIn is popping off right now, Heather's telling me. Look at this. Virgil is saying I'll be posting some Sam's Club's positions out there. We have would like to have this info for our Canadian market, right? Tim LeBlanc. So hey, go to ROWTmagazine.com, check it out. Mickey would definitely connect with you and make that magic happen. And I think that's a great segue, Mickey, to really go into what does the future of ROWT magazine look like? Because we see clearly people want this to be a global thing. Not the United States. Talk to me, my friend. What does the future look like?
Well, like I said, I'm a big dreamer, and I want everybody. I dream big. I can't help it. Like, it's just who I am. But I want everybody to understand that it is literally two people that is doing all of this. So it's myself and it's Carissa Dunphy. And we're trying to make all of this happen all the time for you guys. So we're always looking for new, innovative ideas. What do you need in the field right now that's going to help you? What are some topics that you feel like are under discussed that you want to bring to light? We've also partnered with Envision Magazine to get more of our articles out. So they send those out periodically. So you're going to see that pop up on their platform. We're also, like mentioned earlier, working with some more brands who are trying to hire reps and want to really target a specific niche market.
I love it. I love it. Well, everyone's loving you. They're here for you. They're shouting you out. Again, I want everyone to definitely check out the magazine, ROWTmagazine.com. It's online. At some point in time, it'll get on print. You can check it out also on Envision magazine as well. It's here. It's here, and it's not going anywhere. And Mickey's not going anywhere. Mickey, I cannot not have you on the show and talk to you about eyewear. Like, I would love to maybe explore some of your favorite eyewear. Maybe start from the beginning. If you do have that one truly with you, let's check that out and kind of see what your journey, what your career has looked like and where you have gone. So whatever you want to show us, we're game for. But I know you got some style over there, so let me see.
I do. So it's not very shocking. I was very plain Jane when I first started. Literally, my first pair of glasses, it doesn't even have AR on it. So this was my first pair of glasses, and I want to show you guys kind of a few frames that are near and dear to me just because they have a story. So this was my first really fun sunglass.
Love those.
She's a little fashionable, so that's kind of when my style changed. And then I briefly want to talk about just an experience. I love that eyewear. Every piece of eyewear I own has a story. And I think other people can relate to that as well. So quick story about the Matrix movie and this Morpheus clip. So I worked for an independent company that actually did all of the eyewear for the Matrix movie, and I got to go to the premiere. So they sent me to the actual movie premiere, and I handed out 500 of these bad boys at the after party. So it's my little trinket. It's my little reward. Thanks, Carissa, all the magazines back there. But I want to show you guys something that I'm super excited about with Safilo, because I got to see these frames today in person, and I snatched this one up so quick. I was so excited about this. So Carolina,
you have to give this, you have to speak this into existence. You have to speak this out loud so everyone can understand exactly what you have on, because some folks may only be listening to this and not see this. So I want you to really describe it and describe it vividly so it jumps out. I'm gonna put you on this full screen so everyone that is watching it. But you got to talk to me now.
So this first pair of frames that literally jumped out the minute I saw it. I saw the pearls. I saw the big frame, the gold, the metal, everything just popped out at me, and I had to grab it. This is a Carolina Herrera. If you have not seen this line yet, it is absolutely amazing. So if you like a little extra bling, the rep also showed me this frame with a clear lens in it, and I'm going to be sporting this at Vision Expo. So if you see me walking around, I'm going to be wearing her. And then to go along with the pearl theme, I also grabbed a newer Carolina Herrera that had the mother of pearl coloring in the acetate, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I wanted to show this one off as well, because I love channeling my best Jackie O look that I possibly can. So the bigger, the better.
I can't lie. I need that one for my wife. That is hard.
It's so,
oh my goodness. That
was so gorgeous. Yes. So Carolina Herrera, if you haven't seen it, you need to see it.
Yeah. Wow. So super excited about your eyewear, super excited about your journey, super excited that you're going to be at Vision Expo, and I can't wait to see you because I will be out there as well. Hey, this has been incredible. You know, I don't even want to jump off this podcast, right? Because it's just been nothing but great content nonstop. But you know, before I let you go, I also got to ask you, you know, you've done so much. You've had an incredible journey, state to state. Started from the bottom of eyewear, now clearly climbing to the top, have your own magazine, created a movement. If you could give your younger self some advice, what would it be? Because I know there's someone out there that is going through your same journey, your same story, and they just may be started. So I'd love for you to share that.
This is probably the hardest question you could ask me. But I think the biggest thing for me is learning how to properly channel your creativity, how to tie in everything that you love into your career as well, and really grow that and make it your own. Something that I was afraid of when I was younger, I was so shy. And you tell me 10 years ago that I would be sitting here talking to you today, I would have said, absolutely not. I would have been terrified. So just keep doing what you love and let your passion shine through, for sure.
I love that. And I think that's beautiful advice. And everyone, make sure you take that, dial it in, go implement it tomorrow, right? Now, Mickey, if anybody wants to collaborate, partner with you, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
So they need to go to our website, again, www.rowtmagazine.com. We have a tab that is Contribute tab. You can click on that. You can submit your information, give us a topic that you would like to write about. We will be able to see that as soon as you submit it, and we'll contact you and let you know that it's approved. We'll send you a new writer's guide on everything to look out for, and then you can submit it whenever you're ready. So that's the beauty of this. We don't really restrict anything. We're totally in charge of it. So whatever you want to talk about, we're open ears. We want to hear it.
I love it. I love it. Mickey Collins, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you taking the time to have this conversation with me. But most importantly, thank you so much for coming out with ROWT Magazine, for giving reps, for giving opticians a platform to speak freely on, a platform to educate, a platform to elevate the eye care profession, a platform that will truly change the industry. Continue the great work. What you're doing is truly needed, and we are truly blessed to have you a part of this profession. Thank you so much for being on the show. Everyone that's listening, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, Defocus Media, go to iTunes, Stitcher, Google, whatever platform you can think of, we're on, and we want you to be a part of it. But thank you so much for tuning in. It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Daryl Glover. Stay healthy, stay positive, and stay blessed. And until next time, peace. All right, colleagues, and it's a wrap. Thank you dearly for hanging out with the Defocus Media team. We hope truly something resonated with you. And if it did, be sure to give us 5 stars and make sure you follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, you named it. And our handle is at Defocus Media on all platforms. And until next time, be sure to keep it 2020, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.